There's an agenda to make masculinity this evil and screwed up thing that's responsible for all the bad things in the world. In fact, removing manly men is an agenda. So I thought I'd make a video about what are good masculine traits. You'll see that I use the word positive masculinity a lot. This does not mean that there is negative masculinity. It's just that all of these traits are at extreme levels that every man should stay away from. Think of positive masculinity simply as a good person. Kindness can be seen as a strong, composed person who gets along well with those he cares about and interacts with. I usually find that a person with a strong character is also considered a good person, which is called a good person. And a person with a weak character is also very good, which is called a good person. A good person is also often used as if calling someone a good person is a higher, more personal compliment. This seems to be a subliminal difference between the two terms. It seems that using the word guy in this context means something softer than being a man. Many men in the modern world have an instinct or condition to be good. As a result, they are rejected, emotionally abused, neglected, or betrayed by women. I call it the modern ritual of going from man to man. Your mission is the first priority. Your self-esteem and dignity are the second priority. Women are the third priority. Never forget. I know that the trait we usually think of that makes women more attractive is alpha. We all know that dark triad features can get you excited. But your responsibilities as a man are not pure attraction. You must inspire loyalty and trust so you can lead effectively and decisively. You must have these qualities so that others can trust you and rely on you when they need to. In our society, masculinity is generally discouraged. One thing I don't see a lot of talk about is positive masculinity. Even women who have a good relationship with father figures share this with me. Women who have a bad relationship with their father figure will remember that masculinity is a negative, nonconformist thing. Women make relationships fleeting because they don't have anything constructive, and they should have a strong positive impact in a life full of father images. Positive masculinity applies to almost every aspect of your life without changing your aura of authority or expression. They can cover friendships, family relationships, intimacy, and your professional life. You don't even have to change your attitude toward your supervisor in the workplace because you won't be offensively flaunting your status and values. By showing positive masculinity, you can demonstrate character, attractiveness, and leadership. Here I will touch on the inner traits that can influence your daily behavior and mindset. This is by no means complete. This is a wireless device with unisex or charitable attributes, and I encourage all men to have it as it also helps my social relationships and helps my career. Here are 5 core principles that form the cornerstones of masculinity: independence, stoicism, and quiet strength. Disrespect will not be tolerated. You are always ready to move on. You don't need them. Your girlfriend or wife is an asset in your life. You will find them to be an ideal choice and someone to hug because you both work so well together. But you don't need them. She should be aware of this to some extent. You don't put them above yourself or your life goals. You can show all kinds of love and kindness, but that doesn't mean you should let them be the source of your happiness. If things go south or her changes are unacceptable, she may accept continued disrespect or betrayal of you. Your first step is to explain your idea. If you think unacceptable behaviors or practices haven't changed, you can drop them. Stoicism is a great way to think about the independence of results. Whatever the reason for your action, don't let negative results impress you. You don't care if your decision is right or wrong, because you always make decisions based on your knowledge and the best common good. Recognizing your mistakes means you have the potential to learn and adapt from them. This is your world. This is your life. You are pursuing your mission. There is no time for weakness. The weakness you express or decide is not an opportunity not to deceive yourself. You will make mistakes, but your real opportunity is in leadership, not failure. I guess all women want a leader in life unless they have a serious problem or a serious disruptive condition. This is a natural state. The frame is the most important element of being a captain. She is a participant on your stage. Always remember that you can make good decisions, but when things take a big or sharp turn, you can destroy yourself. Before taking on a leadership role, you must have a solid understanding of who you are and what you want. When you are in a state of constant self-improvement, always be disciplined. The path to success, with all the other qualities outlined here, requires practice and self-discipline to master yourself. Your ability to control yourself and what you say is powerful. It's always hard to do and say exactly what you mean. You should live without an apology, but only if you know your actions are calibrated and fair. You have to do the right thing for those you care about and love. Change is hard for individuals, and even harder to change one's own practice. But you still have to do it because it's your responsibility as a man. The moment you stop improving yourself, you lose the fire in your eyes. You might as well dig your own grave. Confidence and complete courage, your well-meaning intentions and actions mean you are right. Just because you know you've been doing your best, you should always have confidence in your decisions. Gather all the information you can find and trust your instincts when making important decisions. Otherwise, when you have to rely on your own reflexes at all costs, you won't always be right, but you should always be confident. Failures will happen, but unless you fail any of the core principles outlined here, rest assured that you are choosing and building your future to the best of your ability. Confidence is an important cornerstone of the game, as it is the cornerstone of attracting women and allowing you to be self-sufficient inside. You know your worth, and it strengthens you every moment. Note, though, that this has an extreme downside. They may develop marked insecurities, disturbing arrogance, and narcissistic superiority. None of this is about trust. All they do is ruin your reputation, leadership, and strong integrity. Your strength and skills will inspire others to follow you. You are a leader. You want a woman to be submissive and support your vision for yourself. For a woman who is naturally disobedient, the easiest way to achieve this is to demonstrate leadership. Always remember that needs are not the same as needs, and not all needs should be met right away. However, a valid emotional need must always be present. If you have internalized the quality of justice, then you should have no risk of abuse of power. You love, support, and guide your woman to the best of your ability. If you abuse your power, ignore her needs, or make the relationship totally egocentric, you will destroy your own and her well-being. There's a big difference between not tolerating unfair behavior and accepting selfish behavior. Fair leadership requires strength and integrity if you want to create harmonious and well-functioning teams. Leadership is both an opportunity and a burden. You cannot pursue goals and objectives, but you take full responsibility for your failures and share in all your victories. You are responsible for everything. Never forget, the entertainment tournament, or as I like to call it, knows the fraud. Manner, be a man. Pretend you have all the answers because what other options are there? Lost yourself in panic? You know you don't have those options as a man, especially a married man or someone over 20. However, that doesn't mean you're going to be a boring and cliché character. Personally, I have a quirky sense of humor, and sometimes it's great fun to relax and party like a wild animal. However, these elements of positive masculinity should be present in all the relationships you have, as they form the basis of how people see and think about you in life. Because at the end of the day, those are the things that really matter. Anyway, that's all for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel. It inspires me to create more content for you. Until next time, stay noble men.